Okay, so today we're going to be painting a captain from Bolt Action. We're going to start at a weird spot. My camera messed up while I was filming, and but all we had done so far was the face. We just painted the face with some pale flesh, and now we're working on the main jacket with this whole red color. It's a really like reddish brown, and we're going for Captain America. So yeah, that's all we painted so far was just this, and then like some of the straps on the helmet. We're going for that right now. So he's going through the model, making sure that we hit all the spots with this red, this whole red color that we're using for the jacket, this like motorcycle jacket type thing. Cool. And then also we are using this for the boots. We're gonna do it in two different colors. The boots, we're gonna use this for the bottom part, and then the gaiter that's on it, we're gonna paint a tan to be more authentic towards the Captain America rescue costume from the movie. I love the game Bolt Action. It's a really fun, very chaotic game. It has a lot of customization in it. You can, for historical games, a lot of times you have to be like super accurate in your list building and stuff like that. You have to have like, for a company, you need to have X many soldiers and all that kind of stuff. And it's just really not flexible or fun for the game, you know. Like, I like to think in terms of the game and not towards anything else. If it makes the game not fun, then it's not worth it to do. I think a lot of those games are not fun, personally. I mean, if you like them, that's fine, but gotta get the shirt kind of blouses into here. So we're gonna make sure we get this. Give him that sweet Captain America jacket that he had in the rescue scene. Cool, so we got his jacket painted. I guess we'll paint in between here just that color just to get it to be solid. Okay. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna paint the helmet right now because I need that blue time to dry. I was using the color blue from Vallejo. I'm gonna give that color time to dry before we put the A on it and stuff. So let me just shake this up really good. Times when I've used this in the past, it's been very transparent. It's not very fun paint to use, but we'll see how good it does today when it's on camera. So we're just gonna get the helmet. It's looking pretty good so far. Now he's a UN soldier. Just kidding, he's good. Try to get the rim here of the helmet. Try not to hit the skin underneath. Okay. So that's his helmet. I guess we can maybe do one of the do that. We can straighten those lines up later. Put that down on his shield, just while we have the blue out, I guess. Okay, now we're gonna do the webbing is gonna be like this leather brown. See how that works, and I'm gonna have to do something different about he's got a shovel on his back. We'll see what we can do with that to make it different a little bit. And stand out from, you know, all these browns that are happening. It's a lot more watery than I wanted it right there, so just go ahead and wipe off the brush and grab some more paint and start over. I actually like how he turned out. You know, like the thing about Bolt Action is that their kits for the models come with a lot of stuff. I don't know if it's Bolt Action, but you know, Warlord, the people that make it, Warlord Games, their stuff has a lot of extra bits in there, and you can make a lot of cool stuff. So I had like all these extra bits around, and I was like, hey, you know, it'd be kind of fun to make a Captain America for my armies, just for fun, to run around and fight. You know, the game, like they would be as modeled, so he'd have a pistol, but you know, maybe give him an extra save because of the shield. So now we're gonna kind of, can't really tell the difference in there between the browns as much as I'd like, but maybe once we get the wash in there and stuff, and then I'm probably gonna dry brush this, and that'll give it more of a, let's get this little harness on his back painted too, just kind of attach the lines here, because it's supposed to be attached to it's supposed to be a backpack, but we don't have a backpack on him, so let's kind of put the webbing over there. Okay. Cool. So that's all of that. Now let's get this tan yellow, and we'll use that for the gaiters on his shoes. Actually, you know what? We'll probably use, yeah, we'll use this German camo beige World War II color from Vallejo. I think that color is a lot better, because I think that tan is really close to the base color that I used to prime it, and this one will make it stand out a little bit more, and it'll still give us the same effect when we wash it and all that jazz. So let's just go through here. Let's just hit the spots where we want the gaiter to go. It goes all the way up the shoe, and it kind of covers the bottom of the shoe. It's not in there, I'm just kind of making it up with the paintbrush as I go. But I think it's giving a good effect there. That's good. Okay. Make sure you get the rest of it covered. Okay, let's take this color and paint the shovel handle this color too, like a really light wood color. Okay. Now we are going to paint the 1911 he has in his hand. We're gonna use just the black from Vallejo. The guns then were like a really dark gray. You know, let's mix some medium sea gray with that black and try to just get like a dark gray going on. Because it was like a really dark metallic-y color that they were. They weren't just flat black. Let me see if I can get a kind of estimate of what that color looks like. I end up just mixing black gray, the color that I already have, but you know. Okay, so we got the color mixed up here, and then we're just gonna take it onto the gun, and that might be too light, so we'll add some more black into it. Oops, actually accidentally adding some of the the tan into this, but hit it with the camera. Okay, that gives us the gun. You can also see a little bit of the grip of the gun. So we'll take some of that beige color that we got earlier, and we'll try to get the grip with it. Okay. Now we're gonna touch up the base color with the same thing, desert yellow. So that's gonna touch up the pants, the parts that we spilled over on accident while we were going crazy with our paint layers. And it should match the base color perfectly when it dries, so we'll be okay. Just hit those areas that you made a mistake on. Just clean it up. Then, so we got his glove in here. So look at that. Hand cleaned up there. I'm stupid. You guys are probably yelling at me when I did it. I'm a super Captain America fan too. The blue goes on the top. It doesn't go striped like that. Goes on the top. No, on the shield that I have, like the one from the comic book, it is black, white, blue, red, white, and blue on the stripes too. But I think for the movie and the comic books and stuff, it was just the red, white, and blue. And it was like a wooden backed or copper backed shield, so we'll get that fixed too once we get in there. To that point, so let's get our red. We're gonna use this gory red from Vallejo Game Color. It's a really vibrant red that I think will work, and hopefully it goes over the blue that we already put down. Let's see here. Let's take this. Oh boy. We're making a mess. It's okay. We can hopefully save it when we get to the other colors. Maybe you just paint the whole thing red and then I'll go over it with white. It might just be better that way. Who knows? We'll see. We'll find out in a minute. Let's paint around here with the red. Okay. We need that to give that a good amount of time to dry because it is crazy. Okay, so we're gonna use this game color Brassy Brass to get the back of the shield and some of the buttons and stuff on the uniform, as well as like the back of the shovel and stuff like that. We'll see. So let's get some of it on here. You see the buttons on here, so we'll just tap the button with the brass. Just want to get these buttons. We'll get this guy. Okay. Cool. I think we need to clean up the face a little bit. I think I might have goobered onto it at some point. So we'll get some more of the pale flesh color that we have. Vallejo. And then we'll just take a little bit onto our brush and just get the spots that we messed up on. There's a spot in between the neck and the strap of the thing that I missed, that I messed up pretty bad. I don't think I'll be able to get in there though, so we're kind of gonna have to live with that. So let's get back onto that brass and get the back of the shield. With it. You don't have to go crazy because you can't really see back there, but we got it. Okay, so now, while we're still waiting for a lot of it to dry, we can take, I had one step. We'll use black gray from Vallejo to get the little knee pads on the paratrooper pants that he's wearing. So it's like a little black rectangle that you paint onto them that kind of gives the idea of a knee pad. Paint one there. And one there. So now he's got his knee pads on his shoes. Wish I had like a hairdryer back here or something so I can hit the red spot with some heat. Okay, so now we're going to take some Agrax Earthshade wash and we're going to get the pants and the boots and the gloves washed in the pouches back here. That's going to give us some contrast and help make these details pop, as well as darken them a little bit too. So be careful when you're doing this, like that if you're at a color that you want to be at, that this is going to darken it. So just pay attention to what you're doing, especially like if you're just painting one guy. You can take a little bit more time to be like, oh, do I want to do this right now? You can see that kind of darkened up those gaiters a bit more. So while we're waiting for those knee pads to dry, let's move on to these pouches on the back here. This is gonna seep into all those cracks and crevices, give us our shadows. Really help us to sell this model on like how it looks and stuff. Okay, and then we'll go across the front pouches here that we did. It's really hard to see in there because of the colors, but it's there, I promise. Let's get the gloves washed. We'll probably take a black wash to the gun. Now let's go ahead and start from the back of the pants since that stuff's still drying on it. This is gonna give us even darker khaki look that we're looking for the character. So like when you're picking your colors, you don't necessarily need to go for the exact color right away. You can go for a lighter color if you are gonna wash it. If you're not, then go for whatever. But if you go for a lighter color, the wash is going to darken it quite a bit. So that can help you in your color choice picking, like in English. Cool, so that went ahead and darkened those little pants and stuff for him. This little back area. Cool. So now we're gonna take that black wash, the Nuln oil from Citadel, and we're going to use that to wash the gun really fast. You don't need that much, just put a little bit on your brush. And then just kind of streak it over it. It's a good way to darken the color too, back to like what we wanted it to be instead of when I said I would made it light. Did it on purpose. Okay, so now we're going to try some white paint. We're gonna try the A on the helmet. My hands are extremely shaky. We're gonna use this matte white from Army Painter. So we'll see how good of an A we can get. You can usually go with a diamond and then just fill it in. But I also have a smaller brush, I think. So let me switch to that. Let me get this little guy out. So I have this insane detail brush from Army Painter. It's a very fine point. And we'll see if we can do that with this. So you want to stay, oops, I got the end of the gun already. All right, cool, we're off to a great start. You want to steady your hand onto, anchor it to something steady. And then just kind of that's not bad. We're not exactly centered, but let's go with that. And we'll clean up the bottom a little bit with blue to make it not go off the end of the helmet. Let's see how that red is doing. Okay, it looks pretty dry. Let's tap it with our finger here. Yeah, we might be able to get away with this. All right, so let's get our white on our brush here. Got too much on there. And then we'll kind of go through here. You're gonna clean the brush off after every swipe because this thing's not completely dry yet. And this is gonna be the best way to get it done. Just doing little dots of it as I go. You can see the handshake. cool. I mean, if you want to, you can just go through. Actually, we'll take the little brush for that. Take our little insane detail brush with a little point, and we'll do some stars across the top. I'm just doing plus signs really right now, but at this scale it looks right. Let's get some of that blue back, some of the Vallejo blue. And we'll try to just clean up the little bottom bits right here really quick. And then we'll be able to wash the face, and that should be it. You know, I just kind of thought about doing this in one day. I was like, hey, this might be a fun model to do, to try to recreate for bolt action. And so there, I went ahead and cleaned that up a bit. And I had the bits for it, so, you know, just gave it a shot. Like, don't be afraid, like, if you have like an idea for something that's pretty custom and that you don't have the parts for, that you have the parts for, go for it, man. Just try it out. So we're gonna try this, we're gonna use this Reikland Flesh Shade from Citadel for the face. I use this to watch all my like peachy flesh tones, Caucasian flesh tones. It adds like red to the skin and it makes it pop a lot more. So that's a lot of that. So wipe it off my brush. Go ahead and let the brush suck it up. It's kind of working. Let me just get a little bit more. Drag it off here. Awesome. So I think we have done it. And now we have ourselves a Captain America captain for our bolt action team. Let's put him on the thing. Let's take this off and just bask in the glory of Captain America. I think it turned out really good. The shield's alright. Yeah, there we go. Thanks for joining in. If you have any ideas for things you'd like to see, definitely put it in the comments, and I'll see you next week. Bye.